Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Mac. And thank you all for being here on what is a really gorgeous day. Thankfully, at least the windows are open, so we're able to experience a little bit of it. And thank you for being here while the Stanford baseball team is playing Oregon State. I'm very sorry if we're hoping for different outcomes. And I hope that you won't hold that against me, as someone who is a proud alumna of Stanford. But I'm not here to talk about baseball or about Stanford. I am here to talk about my mom and why I passionately support her, not only as a proud daughter, but also as a Democrat and as a young woman and as a young voter. I believe that on all the issues that are important to me, my mother is the strongest and the most progressive and the most prepared candidate. And I'd like to talk with you all today about why I believe that so fundamentally in the context of what's important to you as you think about whom to support in the primary. For those of you who might not be Democrats, as you heard Michael say, you have until April 29th to register. So I hope that those of you who are unaffiliated or may belong to the other party will consider registering as Democrats. And I'm also happy to talk to you about why I'm such a passionate Democrat. If people want to be convinced to join our party, I'd like to try to have the opportunity to do that as well. And I just am really interested in hearing what you all are thinking about. And for those of you who are already supporting my mom, I saw a few signs go up. Thank you for supporting my mom, but I hope that you'll ask questions too, so I can help each of you be the best advocate that you can be for my mom. You've had 11 events already in the College Democrats. That's amazing. I hope that you can manage a few more to watch the debates that are still coming. There will be a debate actually this week on the 16th in Pennsylvania, and then a debate about 10 days after that in North Carolina. And if we don't get to your questions today, or if you can't make the times to watch the debates, I hope that you'll still reach out for answers, that you'll go to HillaryClinton.com and to all the candidates' websites, or that you will watch clips of the debates online. There actually have now been 20 debates already among the Democrats, and just a few fewer than that among the Republicans. But I am here to try to help answer questions you have about my mom and her campaign, and I hope we can get to a lot of things that are important to you and your friends, your families, your classmates, as you think about whom to support in Oregon's primary. So I don't know who wants to ask the first question. I hope we can get to a lot of them today. Anyone? I can also just pick a topic at random and start talking. Yes.
I have endometriosis and I have to be on birth control for like ever. What are you know, is your mom going to do about the price of birth control for other women who are like me and women who just want to protect themselves?
Do you mind if I repeat that question? I can repeat it?
Yeah.
That's okay? Okay. I will repeat the questions because I bet a lot of you can't hear them, but I asked her if it was okay to repeat her question. She asked it because she said that she has endometriosis, and so she has to be on birth control for life. And what's my mom going to do about the cost of birth control? It's a great question. You're the first person that actually has ever asked me that question. But drug prices are a major burden on anyone that has a chronic disease, whether that be endometriosis, whether that be cancer, whether that be diabetes. And my mother voted against something called Medicare Part D. Do you know what Medicare Part D is? No. That's okay. Medicare Part D is the prescription drug benefit part of Medicare. Medicare is the program that provides all of our seniors with health insurance. It's what my grandmother at 88 has, for instance. And Medicare Part D is the Bush administration's plan to provide our seniors with drug coverage. Well, my mom voted against Medicare Part D because she didn't think it was sufficient, and because she thought we should be empowering Medicare and Medicaid and other government health programs to negotiate bulk drug discount prices. That's what our VA could do, for instance. So if you were serving in our military, you would already have cheaper birth control because the VA would be empowered to negotiate cheaper drug prices for you. But Medicare and Medicaid are not similarly able to do that. So my mom believes that we should empower Medicare and Medicaid, the Congressional Health Care Plan, which is what she wants to build her universal health insurance plan on. We can talk about that if people are curious. To be able to negotiate lower drug prices. That'll be good for those of us who even aren't in those plans, because it will inject real competition into the system and help drive down drug prices. She also wants to legalize the reimportation of drugs that have been made to American standards and American labs That's not true today. And this is really important to her as a senator from New York and something she's been working to push in the Senate. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to order birth control from a pharmacy in Canada that has been made to American standards by an American company that costs probably about a third of what you pay down the street today. So she thinks that we should have that element of competition and that element of opportunity in the system. She also wants to expand R&D tax credits to encourage the greater development and the use of generics. So if they're more quickly available, generic alternatives for all branded drugs, that'll help drive down the costs of the branded drugs before there are generic alternatives, and then also ensure that there are more alternatives that would be more affordable for all of us. So that's actually what she's trying to do already in the Senate. That's something that she's committed to delivering on as president. So yeah, thank you for your question. Yes, sir.
Okay, so